newspaper review on your number one business radio, Broadstreet Radio. And this newspaper review is with Semo Sinachi and Eze as usual. And just before Eze will join me in the newspaper review this morning, I would like to read out the following newspaper. But before then, let's take this quick message from the Assemblies of God, Lagos Mainland District. And after which, we will be taking the newspapers for the day.
In the book of Genesis, Jacob built an altar and called it El Bethel, because God appeared unto him. Assemblies of God Lagos Mainland District presents Shekinah 2021 Annual Convention, tagged El Bethel, the Abode of Divine Disclosure. Host, Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Awaze.
Outside of the cross is foolishness.
Come and experience the awesome presence of God as we gather from the 15th to 18th of September 2021. Ministry, Reverend Ayemu Pamugo, Reverend
Among
Dr.
all the
Anthony
things that
Akinye,
God wishes for his people,
Pastor Ebenezer Onyi, and other anointed ministers of God. Venue, 111 Clegg Street, Surulere, Lagos, Nigeria. Get ready for the better experience.
Welcome back. It's still Broadstreet Radio, your number one business radio, this beautiful Thursday morning, the 16th day of the month of September 2021. The following are the newspapers to be reviewed this morning on your number one business radio, Broadstreet Radio. We have the Punch newspaper. We also have the Leadership newspaper. We have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. We have This Day newspaper. We have the Guardian newspaper and the National Economy newspaper. We'll be reviewing the following newspapers this morning, and do well to join to follow and like us on our Facebook page at Broadstreet Radio NG on Facebook. Join also the conversations on our Instagram handle at Broadstreet Rad, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Broadstreet Radio NG on YouTube. Our website is www.broadstreetradio.com, and you can reach us in the studio via our WhatsApp line 0809-791-0074, 0809-791-0074. Just in a couple of seconds ago, Eze walked into the studio.
All right, good morning to everyone. Good morning to you, Semo. I'm sure your night was cool.
Yeah, it was a beautiful night. Good morning to you too. I'm sure your night was a wonderful one too.
Of course.
All right, very quickly, we will start the reviewing of the newspapers this morning. And I would like to start the newspaper review with the Punch newspaper this morning. And the very first headline that I want to read out is bread, cereals, others push food inflation to 20.30%. Bread, cereals, others push food inflation to 20.30%. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper has more details to the story.
Is that the positive one is that the inflation rate dropped.
Yeah, but then the food price is still increasing. So where is the issue coming from? Yesterday, a friend of mine was telling me that a derica of beans now sells for 650 naira.
More expensive compared to rice.
Yeah. And then if you see the bread qualities these days, you would wonder what
touch it and it just do
it collapses.
To just come together.
Bread
like
no
when
longer,
husband and wife.
it no longer holds the stomach like before. Before, if you want to eat 6 to 6, take bread and beans, you are good to go. But this time around, you cannot even eat 6 to 7 with bread.
But let's hope maybe the fifth consecutive month inflation rate is dropping. Well, let's see maybe in the next coming months, maybe it will affect positively the price of
yeah, let's just pray that food prices,
because the way things are going
it's not encouraging at all. It's not encouraging. All right, page 19 of the Punch newspaper has more details to that story. And moving on, we have Nigeria piles up 2.36 trillion naira debt stock in 3 months. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper has more details to that story. NIS says Odi on EFCC watch list as ex-governor sues immigration. Odili, okay. NIS says Odili on EFCC watch list as ex-governor sues immigration. Page 27 of the Punch newspaper has more details to that story. Southern secessionists not different from Boko Haram and ISWAP. This is coming from Bajabiamila on page 9 of the Punch newspaper has more details.
He made a U-turn as well. I don't understand.
You know,
I don't understand.
maybe he was given a warning signal. Say, why are you calling us a terrorist group?
Well, that sorry, maybe I would take you to a scriptural side that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So I don't know.
In fact,
maybe after speaking, what did I just say now?
Did I just say
well,
that?
it has been in your heart.
Yeah.
And like
he coughed it out.
you don't like unintentional.
You don't
just say it out.
He just came out. Oh.
And you are not.
You're not paying for
That is what I'm thinking maybe happened. But let's take the last one that he, that was not his intention. So that is what we are taking. The last one he dropped, the update.
Okay.
You need to be updated.
Yeah, sure.
So we are taking the update.
Tie. Page 9 of the Punch newspaper has more details about by the Biamila's statement about Boko Haram and ISWAP and the Southern secessionists. AGF writes 36 governors hints recovery of stamp duty arrears. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper has more details to that story. Dollar scarcity hampering sale of Shell $23 billion dollar assets. This is a report. And page 25 of the Punch newspaper has more details to that story.
You have properties, you want to move, but you can't because of the exchange rate.
It's a very serious issue.
All right.
This one is not palatable to me at all. National Assembly defends Buhari's $4.9 billion loan plan. APC and PDP clash over debt.
I expected. It was expected. Yesterday when we were going, I was telling someone that, hey, for us, we are looking at it, why would he borrow? Why would he borrow? I know some other people might also, say, he's using it for projects. Earlier this morning in the news, you read about 5 road projects.
Yeah.
And yes, in different
states.
5 states, yeah. So that, they've approved for construction. So maybe some persons will think, okay, fine, they'll be using them for that, and stuff like that. But I'm looking at what the outcome will be in years to come.
Before now, there was experts were saying that the rate we are borrowing is going to land us into a serious issue because there was a time that the borrowing was very, very, very too much. It was too consistent. And they were saying, guys, the way Nigeria is borrowing, we might end up.
I think maybe we'll throw it out because I've seen misreaction recently on social media. I'll be sincere.
Okay.
I've seen misreaction. I've seen people who they are against the president, the way the president is borrowing.
Okay.
And I've also seen comments from people who say, it's okay to borrow as long as you are using it the right way. And so maybe we'll throw it out to those of you listening to us this morning. If you are listening to us through our Facebook page, you can drop it on the comment section. What do you think with regards to the way the president is borrowing lately? Do you think it's the right move? And do you think it's the wrong one? Maybe it will affect the economy of Nigeria in years to come. Drop your comments on our Facebook page. We'll be reading them out. And for those of you listening via our website or maybe our mobile app platform, our WhatsApp number where you drop the comment is 08097910074. That is our WhatsApp number. Drop it there and we are going to read them out this morning.
All right. Yeah, you can drop off your comments as Izzy has rightly said. Page 2 of the Punch newspaper has more details to that National Assembly's defending of Buhari's $4.9 billion loan plan. Moving on, we have reconstructing Ota Abeokuta Road will cost 56 billion naira. This is coming from the Minister of Works.
Recently I heard it has been awarded to Globacom, I think so, based on tax deduction stuff, like that of Oshodi Apapa Expressway that was constructed by Dangote, which at the end of the day it will be deducted from the tax he's supposed to pay. I think that is also what is happening to that of Otabiokuta Road. It has been awarded to Globacom.
All right. Okay, so more of the story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. Oshun open grazing law defaulters risk 1 year imprisonment. This open grazing thing is becoming serious, and I like the way it's showing.
I saw the update you read in the morning, and
you saw my reaction.
No. Your body language. There is a way.
Page 9 of the
but that's reality. That's reality. I like it. You know, if you decide that if open grazing is banned in Nigeria, that the price of cow and stuff will rise up to 2 million naira for a cow. And they are saying, "Oh, we are ready to eat fish."
When we have rivers and lagoons in Lagos, you are threatening us with cow. Cow. We have chickens, we have goats.
We are farmers. Are you not a farmer?
Even without fish, onions can serve as meat for us. What are you not talking about? Page 9 of the Punch newspaper has more details to that story. Reps demand probe of customs killing in Oyo communities. Page 9 has more details to that story. Abiodun eyes federal government's 83.5 billion naira loan for Ogun Cargo Airport and others. Page 20 of the Punch newspaper has more details. Gunmen invade Lagos farmhouse, kidnap businessman, and shoot passerby.
A sad one there, sad one.
Page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. And finally, lecturer sues Sanwo-Olu CP over COVID-19 test. Demands 65 million naira damages. This is a serious one.
All right.
Wow, a lawyer suing the governor and the commissioner of police over COVID-19 test.
I didn't know him. I didn't know.
No, two powerful authorities in the state. Let's see how it goes. 65 million naira damages. That's a serious one. Page 11 of the Punch newspaper has more details to that story.
All right, moving straight to Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. I think clarity with regards to the stamp duty. Malami writes, the government says no recoveries since 2016.
Wow.
No recovery of stamp duty.
It's 2016.
Since
That's
2016.
like 5 years now.
No recovery of stamp duty.
Why are you stressing this? That's what he said.
Page 2 of Nigerian Tribune is where you read that story. After 23 years, Southwest set to produce PDP chairman. After 23 years, Southwest set to produce PDP chairman. Page 21 of Nigerian Tribune. Southeast Caucus lawmakers seek soft landing for Kanu. Southeast Caucus lawmakers seek soft landing for Kanu. And if you look at it very well, maybe any Neabaribe will be in the forefront. Yes, maybe Senator Neabaribe will definitely be. I don't know. Maybe if you want to know
more details
from the newspaper. Page 6 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Doctors strike. Court to rule tomorrow as parties agree on negotiation. Doctors strike. Court to rule tomorrow as parties agree negotiation. My issue is not an enemy. They're having issues. And they are going to court. So tell me how you expect to succeed if you are not on the same page.
Yeah, and they say parties agree. Probably the NAD and the NMA, they have agreed that, okay, let's speak with one voice and tackle this issue. Probably that's what is going to happen tomorrow.
They agreed on negotiation. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me not confuse you. Nigerian Tribune, page 3. That is where you get clarity with regards to doctor strike, where court will be ruling tomorrow. All right, Okonjo Iweala makes list of Times 100 most influential people.
Wow, the beautiful one from
Okonjo Iweala makes list of Times 100 most influential.
This is for you, Madam Okonjo. Keep making us proud out there.
All right, you want to know other people on that list? You go to page 8 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Fair on Thursday. Outstanding salaries, entitlements of doctors prior to strike must be paid.
This one is a must.
All right. The back page of Nigerian Tribune is where you are going to see that story. Every state FCT owed 35.5 trillion naira by June 2021. Working to formalize 10 trillion naira CBN overdraft. Economic realities forced us into borrowing to pay salaries. Akredolu is saying. External borrowings for benefit of Nigerians. APC replies PDP.
Okay.
Economic realities forced us into borrowing to pay salaries. Akredolu is saying. The governor of what? Osun State will come right. External borrowings for benefit of Nigerians. APC replies PDP. All in page 6 and page 30 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Unibank cancels 20,000 naira late registration fee. VC apologizes.
In this harsh economy, you are placing 20,000 naira on top of literature. Do you know how some of these students are getting money to pay for their school fees?
But I'm happy I'm sure the VC is a father. I'm sure, right? And I'm happy he listened to, their cry. Because some ones will, if you like it or not, they must cough it out. But at least he listened.
Yeah, it's a good one from him.
All right, page 30 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Odo government bars unvaccinated civil servants, visitors from sectors. I think we talked about this yesterday.
Yes.
Let's move, please. Oshun, Akwa Ibom, governors sign anti-open grazing bill into law.
Yep. We are increasing in
Page
number.
25. The number?
Yes, we're
Is
increasing
there
in
any
number.
southeastern state?
Don't worry.
No, I'm
Akwa
asking
Ibom is close to
now.
the south. Don't worry.
Akwa
Maybe
Ibom is south, man.
don't worry. Yeah, they're very close to Abia. From Abia, it enters Imo. From Imo, don't worry. Maybe tomorrow you might read now that.
No, wait. No, I like the direction you are going.
Yeah.
We moved from southwest and jumped to south.
Yeah.
Instead of moving from southwest to southeast, then to south.
Sometimes the curve don't go the way you want.
It's a slopey one.
Oh, yeah. It's an give curve.
Okay. Oh, for the statisticians out there. Just tell us the structure of the curve that the issue.
No, you have to go back to YX syllabus and see how
the
give curve goes. It's in YX mathematics.
Page 25 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper is where those stories are coming from. 1 million Nigerian children to miss school resumption due to insecurity. UNICEF is crying out. Page 3 of Nigerian Tribune. So yesterday, someone made a statement. Since that yesterday, I've been reasoning. I've been thinking about it. They said the effect of insecurity in the north, especially on education, that it will take, is this a 5 or 10 or 20 years before they could recover from the impact on education.
Wow.
I've been thinking about that. Schools are not resuming over there.
One thing that I know that these people are the people behind insecurity in Nigeria trying to achieve, because I know a particular group of people are the ones bringing about this thing.
I don't know.
That one is a sure thing.
Maybe you had a revelation, but I don't know.
So what they are trying to do, one of the things that makes a community what they are is education.
All right.
If you don't know something, you will be a slave to
Alright.
the information that you're supposed to have. And
Alright.
so if the people there are continually how do I put it? They are continually how do you say somebody is not given the privilege to have something denied education, the more they are increasing in ignorance, and you can easily give them a peanut and tell them to jump into an ocean, and they do that.
And they say if you are not informed, then you are deformed.
Deformed.
All right, I want to take that headline again, that we've been talking about. 1 million Nigerian children to miss school resumption due to insecurity, according to UNICEF. All right, page 3 of Nigerian Tribune. Leave allocation formula focus on improving IGR. RMAFC tells states and FGs.
None of them is not important. Both of them are important.
Just yesterday, the Ebonyi State Governor, he's talking, Dave Umahi, he said they should allow the federal government to, the FIRS to take to collect taxes, and I was like,
that bros recently he has been wonderful.
but he's working.
Let's not go there. He's been.
Let's not go there, please. Page 6 of Nigerian Tribune. I think that is much I want to take. Wow.
Okay, and let's go to the This Day newspaper. We have talked about Okonjo Iweala's story. DPR to exceed 3.2 trillion naira revenue benchmark, adjusts to 5 trillion naira by the year end. Gas transportation code attracts $1 billion investment. Regular calls for industry collaboration on PIA. More details to this story is on page 10 of This Day newspaper. FIFA graces Aisha Buhari Cup tournament. Wow, a good one.
We'll talk more about that on Sports Update.
All right, moving on. Yeah, we have military airstrikes hit Yobe's civilians in error. Ew, a sad one. Page 10 of the This Day newspaper is more. You have more details to that story. Salami with debt service to revenue at 98%. Nigeria's borrowing unsustainable. 98%.
A very sad one. I say.
Okay. Asks federal government to sell off 900 billion dead assets to enhance fiscal position. Nigeria's public debt grows to 35 trillion naira, says DMO. Page 10 of the This Day newspaper is where you get more details to that story, and that's all I want to take on This Day newspaper.
Okay, let me run the Guardian newspaper quickly. This morning, we judge you by the company you keep. FG1 Southwest agitators. Maybe they're on the same page with with Wosirachi this morning.
Who are your friends?
They are quoting proverbs for. No, I don't know. Maybe all of you had a meeting.
It's not flesh and blood that revealed the thing to me.
No. For those of you that don't understand what we are talking about, earlier this morning on Commanding Your Morning, he talked about who are your friends, right?
Yeah.
And you quoted the scripture Proverbs. And now, FG is saying, we will judge you by the company you keep. Everyone starting.
So certain agitators have been keeping friends that are friends that have been telling them, agitate, don't worry, agitate like us, just be agitating, you will see.
All right, but
Wow.
clarity, everything boils down to the friends they are talking about here. IPOB
and
that's the friends they are actually making reference to. Okay, I want to read out what they say. Buhari to address UN General Assembly on Tuesday.
Okay.
Bajabiamila Miller denies comparing IPOB, Yoruba Nation agitators with Boko Haram and ISWAP. IPOB, not a terrorist organization, says Ohaneze. Speaker has lost touch with realities of the present situation, says Afanifere. 65% of Nigerians question country's continuous existence as a nation, according to report. Independence Day, youth announced nationwide protest. List 9 demands.
Wow. October 1.
The point is this. Youth are saying they want to stage a protest on that day, right?
Yeah.
Today's date is what?
Today is 16.
16th. before that day, they will call it off.
Yeah, they are calling it off. There is a factor that will be.
That's what I'm saying now. Something will happen. I need to trigger it.
Well, let's watch and see if this one is going to
On
happen.
Independence Day. In this country. On Independence Day, you want to hold protest.
It's independence, so they are supposed to be independent.
Those in authority will make sure nothing like that happens. And it's on Independence Day.
It's an Independence Day, so they are independent.
See, the reality is, if that happens, it's a big slap to the government, and they won't allow that to happen. I'll take that again. Independence Day, youth announce nationwide protest, list 9 demands. All right, let's move on. Okay, but you want to read more on that story, you go to the front page and page 2 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. DMO alert on default as debt hit 35.5 trillion naira. Nigeria faces sustainability challenge if we don't grow revenues. Wow. Every share of debt stock increases to 3%. Loans from China is meted at 1.4 trillion naira, and we are still borrowing and still counting. All right, page 2. For those of you just joining us, remember, you can drop your comments on Facebook with what you think with regards to the way Nigeria is borrowing. Page 2 of the Guardian newspaper, ECOWAS meets today to decide next step on Guinea crisis. Page 3 of the Guardian newspaper, Jonathan yet to join APC. Nabena insists. Page 3 of the Guardian newspaper, all delay on EFCC's watch list. Immigration tells court. Page 20 of the Guardian newspaper. Akwa Ibom governor signs anti-growth. I think we've talked about that this morning. We've talked about food prices increasing despite the fact that Nigeria's inflation rate dropped for the 5th consecutive month.
Okay, moving on straight to the leadership newspaper this morning. Okay, we have talked about borrowing. 45 days to PDP convention. North and Southeast eye presidential ticket. Southwest 6-party chairmanship. Everybody is dragging for what? North and the Southeast is dragging for presidency, and then presidential ticket, and then the Southwest is dragging for chairmanship. Consultations on zoning intensify. Ugwani committee begins sitting today. New chairman can't assume office until Secondus leaves or resigns. Page 4 of the leadership newspaper is where you get more details to that story. We've talked about federal government and the stamp duty. We've talked about Akwa Ibom, Enugu. Yeah. Enugu is mentioned. Akwa Ibom, Enugu, Osun sign anti-open grazing law. I told you that from Akwa Ibom they would enter into the southeast.
Okay.
All right. Page 10 of the leadership newspaper has more details to that story. We have over 5,000 court cases.
I wouldn't doubt that too.
This is coming from AMCON.
Yes, Access Management. I'm not. You know why I said? Just from today, try to be on the lookout. You see so many buildings that you always with a red paint.
Yeah.
Possession taken by AMCON.
Seriously.
Just from today, try to do this survey. So many of them. So if they tell me that they have over 5,000 court cases, I'm not surprised. AMCON.
That's a huge one.
I'm not surprised.
I can imagine how long it will take them to get these cases. Well, page 21 of the leadership newspaper is where you get more details to that story. And moving on the leadership newspaper this morning. Okay, moving on to the leadership newspaper this morning. Another headline here says that strike, federal government resident doctors agree to negotiate. Okay. Page 7 of the leadership newspaper is where you get more details to that story. COVID-19, Edo bars unvaccinated workers from offices. That's all I want to take on the leadership.
All right, the last newspaper this morning. FG approved 38 billion naira road projects in 5 states. Federal government approved 38 billion naira road projects in 5 states. National Economy newspaper, page 4. Nigeria risk entering debt trap as profile hits 35.46 trillion naira. All right, the front page on page 4 of the leadership newspaper. MTN, 13 others lift market capitalization as investors gain 25 billion naira. Yesterday was a bullish one for the Nigerian Exchange Group. I think a happy one for them. The stockbrokers are always happy when it comes out positive. So for those of you that invested yesterday, happy one for all of you. Page 8 of Nigerian Tribune, National Economy newspaper, and then the last newspaper, inflation falls for fifth time to 17.01%. A happy one despite the fact that the price of
The
food
price of food is still
on the rise.
Increase.
All right, page 5 of National Economy.
Yes, this is where we will draw the curtain to a close for newspaper review on your number one business radio, Broadstreet Radio, this morning. Yes, join us again tomorrow for the last episode for the week for newspaper review on your number one business radio, Broadstreet Radio. It's still your number one business radio, Broadstreet Radio. At 9:30 a.m. Aza will be back in the studio for sports update. But meanwhile, join us on our social media handles. Follow and like our page on Facebook at Broadstreet Radio NG. Follow and like our page on Facebook at Broadstreet Radio NG, and you can join our conversations on Instagram at Broadstreet Rad. Also, our YouTube channel is at Broadstreet Radio NG. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also you can listen to us and watch us via our website at www.broadstreetradio.com. The WhatsApp number you can reach us in the studio is 0809-791-0074. 0809-791-0074. You could also partner with us or sponsor any of our events or shows at Broadstreet Radio. The number to call is 0809-791-0073. You could also send a mail to hello@broadstreetradio.com, or you visit our office at number 58/60 Broad Street in Lagos Island. Medifi House is the building. It's still Broadstreet Radio, your number one business radio. Don't go anywhere, because at 9:30 a.m. we will be right back here to give you the sports update, and Eze will be doing that at 9:30 a.m. But in the meantime, it's old school and throwback Thursday music drive all the way to 9:30 a.m. Download our mobile app so that you can enjoy the old school and the throwback music vibe. Yes, you can download our mobile app on your Play Store. For those of you who use Android phones, your Google Play Store is where you can download our mobile app. Broadstreet Radio is the mobile app. Yes, download mobile app on also your Apple Store for Apple phone users. Just type Broadstreet Radio on your stores and you would get our mobile app downloaded and enjoy all the benefits and all the goodies that we have for you on the mobile device, on the mobile app. It's still Broadstreet Radio, your number one business radio. Enjoy the rest of the day. I am Samosinachi, and it's your number one business radio, Broadstreet Radio.